But now she's cold, hungry, and desperate to find somewhere safe to stay. No young person should be forced to spend Christmas like this. What does it take to get Amy off the streets this Christmas? It starts with a Salvation Army and a Christmas gift from you. Will you call 0800 083 6633 and give £19? Your gift means we can give young homeless people a warm welcome out of the cold. Christmas food and cheer, and a helping hand to find somewhere safe to live. So this Christmas, will you help us give Amy a fresh start off the streets? Call the Salvation Army on 0800 083 6633 to give £19 now. Thank you.
Sometimes it's the little things that remind us of them. Stay close, even when you're far apart. Send money worldwide with Remitly.
In today's interconnected world, India's voice is more crucial than ever. When India speaks, the world listens. At NDTV World, we are that voice, bringing you intelligent and insightful news from India and beyond. From geopolitics and diplomacy to economic shifts, migrations, tech disruptions, and the stories of our diaspora. We cover the news that shapes our global future. NDTV World, your new home for global news, is here.
This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is set to take the witness stand on Tuesday, the first time in his long-running corruption trial under a court order. This trial is likely to force the Israeli Prime Minister to juggle between courtroom and ballroom for weeks. The court said Netanyahu is charged with bribery, fraud, and breach of trust, will testify 3 times a week. Israel has been waging a war against the Palestinian militant group Hamas in Gaza for more than a year, during which Netanyahu had been granted a delay for the start of his court appearances. But on the 5th of December, judges ruled he must start testifying. Syria's Islamist rebel leader and HTS chief Abu Muhammad al-Julani has made a pivotal announcement. He has said that the incoming authorities will announce a list of former senior officials quote-unquote involved in torturing the Syrian people. Now, Julani began discussions with the ousted government on transferring power on Monday. This a day after his opposition alliance dramatically unseated President Bashar al-Assad following decades of brutal rule. The US has sent its special envoy for hostage affairs, Roger D. Carstens, to Beirut. State Department spokesman Matthew Miller said that Carstens is talking to officials in the region to find out where journalist Ostis Tice is and quote-unquote get him home as soon as possible. Ostis Tice, who has his work published by the Washington Post, McClatchy newspapers and other outlets, disappeared in August 2012 at a checkpoint in a contested area west of Damascus. A video released weeks after Tice went missing showed him blindfolded and held by armed men and saying, "Oh Jesus." He has not been heard or seen from ever since. Syria has publicly denied that it was holding him. Britain, Germany, France, Italy, and several other European countries have started to freeze all pending asylum requests from Syrians 1 day after the ouster of President Bashar al-Assad. Berlin and other governments said they were watching the fast-moving developments in the war-ravaged nation. Meanwhile, Austria signaled it would soon deport refugees back to Syria. South Korean lawmakers have passed a bill on Tuesday to appoint a special counsel to investigate President Yoon Suk-yeol's botched attempt to impose martial law. The emergency martial law was declared by President Yoon on the night of the 3rd of December. However, it was swiftly repealed the following morning after Parliament voted against it. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer visited the preserved 15th century mud brick city of Al Turref during his trip to Saudi Arabia. The site was the first capital of the Saudi dynasty. Starmer was shown the remains of the 15th century Najd-era citadels and palaces. He visited the site after holding talks with Saudi's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in Riyadh. According to government statements, Starmer's trip to the Gulf is aimed at increasing investments and deepening defense and security ties. The Gulf states are major investors in the United Kingdom, with trade between Britain and the UAE worth £23 billion, and that with Saudi Arabia estimated at £17 billion. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, on his official visit to Qatar and Bahrain, has highlighted India's quote-unquote balanced approach to the West Asia conflict. Dr. Jaishankar reaffirmed support for a two-state solution with regard to Israel and Palestine, emphasizing India's strong opposition to terrorism and hostage-taking. Jaishankar also highlighted the importance of respecting humanitarian law and minimizing civilian casualties in any military action.
Contributing to the UN UNRWA, UNRWA, which is the primary relief agency in respect of the Palestinians. And India has supplied relief material to Palestine, to the Palestinian Authority, through Egypt. We have also given medicines, medical relief to Lebanon because of the fighting and the casualties which have taken place there. And at the end of the day, we do believe that there must be a solution to the Palestinian issue. Because if there is not one, that will always remain the cause of instability in this region. So we do support a two-state solution.
Authorities have arrested a man suspected of killing United Healthcare executive Brian Thompson and charged him with murder. Luigi Mangione was arrested after a massive 5-day manhunt. The 26-year-old suspect was captured in Pennsylvania. He's an Ivy League graduate from Maryland.
Members of the Altoona Police Department arrested Luigi Mangione, a 26-year-old male, on firearms charges. At this time, he is believed to be our person of interest in the brazen targeted murder of Brian Thompson, CEO of United Healthcare, last Wednesday in Midtown Manhattan. The suspect was in a McDonald's and was recognized by an employee who then called local police.
Smugglers with $4.2 billion worth of meth have been caught in the biggest such Indian seizure. What's more, Indian police have sent a legal demand to Elon Musk's Starlink seeking details of who purchased its internet device that helps in sea navigation. Elon Musk-owned Starlink has been asked for the purchaser's name, payment method, registration details, and where the internet device was used. Smugglers traveled in international waters from Myanmar to India. Chinese President Xi Jinping has said that Beijing has full confidence in achieving this year's economic growth target. He added that China intends to continue playing the role of the world's largest engine of economic growth. According to Chinese state media, Xi also said he hoped the United States would work with China. The leader added that there will be no winners in tariff wars, trade wars, and technology wars. Taiwan has raised its alert level. It alleges China has reserved airspace, deployed naval and coast guard vessels in what reportedly are the first military drills across a broad swathe of the region's waters. A senior Taiwan security official has said China has nearly 90 Navy and Coast Guard ships near Taiwan, the southern Japanese islands, and the East and South China Seas, of which around 2/3 are naval. Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has said that 25% tariffs on everything going to the United States would be devastating for the Canadian economy. Trudeau also said Canada will respond to unfair tariffs in a number of ways, as they did 8 years ago, and still looking at the right ways to respond. Listen in to what Trudeau had to say.
First of all, let's not kid ourselves any way, shape, or form. 25% tariffs on everything going to the United States would be devastating for the Canadian economy. It would require us to pull together and support each other and hang in there to prevent just horrific losses in all of our communities for everyone. We will, of course, as we did 8 years ago, respond to unfair tariffs in a number of ways. And we're still looking at the right ways to respond. But our responses...
US President-elect Donald Trump has promised to end birthright citizenship as soon as he gets into office. This to make good on campaign promises aiming to restrict immigration and redefining what it means to be American. Now, birthright citizenship means anyone born across the United States automatically becomes an American citizen. It's been in place for decades and applies to children born to someone in the country illegally or in the US on a tourist or student visa who plans to return to their home country. So any efforts to halt this policy is very likely to face steep legal hurdles. US President-elect Donald Trump's pick to lead the Pentagon, Fox News commentator Pete Hegseth, was back on Capitol Hill Monday looking to bolster support for his nomination. Hegseth met Monday morning with Republican Senator Roger Marshall of Kansas, who told the former Army veteran he has his full support. Now, Hegseth's nomination has been plagued by allegations of sexual misconduct, excessive drinking, and financial mismanagement. A British Indian student has been elected president of the University of Cambridge's historic Cambridge Union Society, among the world's oldest debating societies, which presides itself as a defender of free speech since 1815.
Get sorted for the festive season with EE Broadband. Just $29.99 a month with nothing to pay up front. You'll get our ultra-fast full fiber so they can stream their fave festive songs and game with their mates while you search for the perfect recipe for the in-laws. All powered by BT. And we'll handle the switch for you. It's easier than ever before. No wonder families choose EE. Hurry, ends Thursday.
Visit pandabingo.com for a fantastic range of bingo games all in one place. It's bingo pandemonium at pandabingo.com.
There's a new lotto in town. Lotto 3. Pick 3 numbers and you could win up to £25,000.
Well, I like choosing numbers I can easily remember, like my golf handicap.
Our anniversary.
Car registration.
Children's birthdays.
Favourite football show.
Our first dates.
The import.
As you can see, I'm off on my jolly because I won £500. Adios.
Play now for your chance to win. Enter your 3 lucky numbers at lotto3.com.
Lotto 3.
3 easy to play, 3 easy to win.
Get that lucky cow feeling with luckycowbingo.com/bingo, the site that's bursting with beautiful bingo games. That's luckycowbingo.com/bingo.
Hey, look at our Simply Safe home security system.
Let's install it.
need another camera.
What for?
They're collectibles. What?
Now you've got a camera each.
Yay!
Systems start from under £200 when you buy a professional monitoring plan. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Join me and the Style Squad. Shop now exclusively at Freeman's.
Whatever you need to ask about cancer, Macmillan's free support line is just a call away.
Hello, Macmillan.
Whether it's money or work worries.
Am I going to lose my job?
Getting on with life.
Can I still go abroad? Get insurance?
Or just need someone to listen.
How do I tell them?
Our specialist advisors are here to help as often as you need them. Whatever you need to ask, cancer, work, money, life, call us now on 0808 134 1000.
Transform hard chairs and surfaces into comfy seats with Soft Sitter from JML. The lightweight gel cushion that helps provide all-day comfort and support wherever you sit. The hexagonal honeycomb construction cushions, distributes and supports your weight. And its breathable design allows air to circulate, helping to keep you cool. Perfect for all types of seats or to use as a kneeling pad. Get the comfort and support you need this Christmas with Soft Sitter. Only $14.99 from Asda, Argos, Food Warehouse, Tesco and JMLdirect.com. JML, your Christmas made easier.
China-based ByteDance and its short video app TikTok on Monday asked an appeals court to temporarily block a law that would require that parent company ByteDance divest TikTok by January 19th or face a ban pending a review by the US Supreme Court. The companies filed the emergency motion with the US Courts of Appeals for the District of Columbia, warning that without the order, the law will take effect and will shut down TikTok. It's one of the nation's most popular speech platforms for its more than 170 million domestic monthly users on the eve of a presidential inauguration. Tesla aims to launch its robotaxi service with a company-owned fleet backed by human teleoperators for safety. Tesla is shooting for a launch of its cheaper vehicle in the first half of next year and other models later in the year. Deutsche Bank confirmed that the electric vehicle maker will launch its robotaxi services in California and Texas. The world's biggest and best-known cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, fell 5% to $95,519. Bitcoin is down 7.1% from the year's high of $103,647 on the 5th of December. Plane manufacturer Boeing has reportedly restarted production of its best-selling 737 MAX jetliner last week, about a month after the end of a 7-week strike by 33,000 factory workers. Getting the 737 MAX production line moving again is essential to the heavy debt-burdened plane makers' recovery. Now, Boeing has about 4,200 orders for the jetliner from airlines eager to meet growing global demand for air travel. According to sources, production resumed on the 6th of December. Officially, Boeing has declined to comment. Starbucks has reportedly appointed its first chief growth officer or CGO in China. Tony Yang, former partner and president of digital marketing firm Tengxin, has been hired for the role. His appointment comes after a recent management reshuffle at the unit. In September, the company said Molly Liu would become its sole chief executive officer of Starbucks China. Meanwhile, Belinda Wong, who was the co-CEO, would remain as chairwoman. The Huang Mohai Cross-Sea Bridge, one of the major cross-sea projects in the Macau Greater Bay Area, is expected to open for traffic this month. Authorities said that the bridge linking Shuhai and Xiangmen will strengthen the economic and trade ties. It will also promote the region's coordinated development. China has announced that it has launched an investigation into NVIDIA over suspected violations of the country's anti-monopoly laws. This move is widely seen as a response to recent US restrictions on China's chip sector. European regulators have reportedly asked Google for more information about its now scrapped secret advertising partnership with Meta Platforms. The deal ignored the search company's rules on how minors should be treated online. According to the report, Google helped Meta in a secret marketing project targeting 13 to 17-year-olds who use YouTube to promote Meta's Instagram. Anyone in the United States can now use OpenAI's artificial intelligence video generator, Sora, which the company announced would become publicly available. Sora is known as a text-to-video generator, a tool that can create AI video clips based on a user's written prompts. Tech giant Google has built a computing chip that takes just 5 minutes to complete tasks that would take 1 billion years for some of the world's fastest conventional computers to complete. Now it measures just 4 centimeters squared, but it possesses almost inconceivable speed. According to TikTok estimates of spending patterns, US TikTok users spent heavily to buy merchandise from a range of vendors on the e-commerce platform TikTok Shop so far. The patterns show that TikTok Shop has likely gained market in the e-commerce category at a critical moment. Now, TikTok Shop serves as an e-commerce channel for major brands such as Elf Cosmetics, Ninja Kitchen, among other products. TikTok Shop was launched in the US in September 2023. Alibaba co-founder Jack Ma voiced confidence in its affiliate Ant Group's future, seeing significant opportunities in artificial intelligence for the fintech giant at a rare public appearance since China halted its planned IPO in 2020. Speaking on Sunday at the 20th anniversary celebration for Ant Group, which he also co-founded, by the way, Ma welcomed AI technological revolution. He also said that he was grateful for the experiences and challenges Ant had faced over the past few years. He was quoted as saying that in these encouragements and criticisms that help Ant grow and mature. A report from the United Nations published on Monday is indicating that a significant portion of the Earth's land is experiencing desexcation, which adversely affects the survival of both plant and animal species. The report was released at the UN summit in Saudi Arabia's Riyadh on combating desertification. Once fertile lands are now turning into deserts because of hotter temperatures for human-caused climate change, lack of water, and deforestation. It found that more than 3/4 of the world's land experienced drier conditions from the 1970s to 2020 than the previous 30-year period. Indonesian rescuers have recovered 10 bodies that were swept away in flash floods or buried under mud and rocks that hit the country's Java island. At least 2 people are still missing. Authorities have warned nearly 1,000 people to evacuate as more than 400 houses are threatened by extreme weather. The King and Queen of Spain led a state funeral mass in the Cathedral of Valencia on Monday in the memory of the dead and missing in the floods that hit the region at the end of October. King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia stood with a congregation of 400 people. Most of these attending were the relatives and friends of the over 200 dead. China's Ding Liren has defeated challenger Gukesh Dommaraju in Game 12 of the World Chess Championship in Singapore to tie the best-of-14 final at 6-all. The World Chess Championship takes a rest day on the 10th of December. Game 13 is set for the 11th of December and Game 14 for the 15th. There will be a tiebreaker day on the 16th of December if necessary. The United Nations top human rights official promised to try to ensure migrant labor standards are properly respected in Saudi Arabia. This is 2 days ahead of FIFA confirming Saudi Arabia as the 2034 World Cup host. Listen in.
As you know, we are not involved with FIFA on the World Cup. What we are involved in, though, is to make sure that indeed, in each and every major sporting event, human rights are part and parcel of the way that sport events are not only conceived but also conducted. And we have provided and will also provide, whatever the decision is, to whoever is going to organize it, we will provide precisely that type of advice to the organizers. And that will include also, of course, the need to make sure that migrant labor standards are properly respected and all the various other human rights dimensions of major sporting events.
Italian football club Atalanta have been training at their base in the country's Bergamo area ahead of their match with European giants Real Madrid in the Champions League clash on the 10th of December. Indian director-writer Payal Kapadia has scored a historic nomination in the Best Director category for All We Imagine as Light. The acclaimed film was also nominated in the Best Motion Picture in a non-English language category. Now, this is the first time that a director from India has been nominated in the Best Director category at the Golden Globe Awards. All We Imagine as Light was recently named the Best International Film by the New York Film Critics Circle Award as well as the Gotham Awards. It was also selected as the Best Film of the Year by the prestigious Sight and Sound magazine. American rapper Jay-Z's wife Beyoncé and Blue Ivy Carter made a surprise appearance at the Los Angeles premiere of Mufasa: The Lion King. The family's appearance was unexpected as days before Jay-Z was hit with a lawsuit accusing him of raping a teenage girl. Mufasa premieres on the 20th of December. The comedians who brought the entertaining and charitable comic relief to life was celebrated on Monday in New York. The Comic Relief Live Gala honored the contributions of Billy Crystal, Whoopi Goldberg, and the late Robin Williams for their dedication to providing comic relief to households across the nation. Listen in.
Oh, it's an enormous thrill in my life, and grateful that HBO created a movement and a place for funny people to help the world, and we did for a long time, and raised a lot of money and a lot of goodwill, and became great friends, particularly the three of us. But I have to say, the entire community of funny people came together and do what we do and help heal, and created the meshes. Comic relief, it's no joke, and that's a real blessing for all of us.
No child should suffer the torture of trachoma, but so many are in pain right now. Nananga's lashes have turned inwards. They rip and tear away at his eyes. Pamelo's sight could be gone forever. He's just 3 years old. Kofanga screams for his mother. His eyes are so infected that he can't even see her. For so many children in the world's poorest countries, trachoma is torture. It's a painful infection often spread by flies, and it's destroying children's eyesight. But it could be stopped if you help today. By calling 0800 021 3925 and giving £2 a month to Sightsavers, you can help make sure children get the treatment they desperately need. you'll help us bring them the medicines and the care that can treat infections. And that means you'll be helping to save children from the torture of trachoma and a life of blindness. Please help us reach them. Call 0800 021 3925, text C7 to 82727, or go online and give just £2 a month now. Because we need you to help save the sight of children like Nananga. We need you to help save them from the torture of trachoma.
Unleash the power of hands-free lighting with Neck Bright from JML. The powerful and versatile wearable neck light. Easily adjust the direction or how bright you need the light. The lights are also detachable, and the magnetic base lets you attach it to any metal surface, giving you the right light when and where you need it. Discover the ultimate hands-free lighting solution this Christmas with Neck Bright. Only $19.99 from Asda, Argos, Morrisons, Tesco and jmldirect.com. JML, your Christmas made easier.
Dan's Christmas Day will be spent huddled on a pavement.
John can't remember a Christmas he wasn't on the streets.
Lauren would rather face Christmas alone than face the abuse at home.
Living on the streets is tough at any time of year, but imagine how it feels at Christmas when you're shivering with cold and everyone else is celebrating. Will you help bring a homeless person in from the cold? Call 0800 140 4433 and give £19 or whatever you can afford to the Salvation Army. Every day of the year, including Christmas, we open our doors and hearts to homeless people. We can't solve all their problems, but with your £19, we can show them someone cares and give them the chance of a fresh start.